Hello, my name is Jordan Knight, and this is my opening opposition argument. Resolved. Sugary drinks should not be sold in primary and secondary schools. The effects of sugary drinks and fatty products have devastating effects on the obesity rates of children in primary and secondary schools. However, it seems that it would benefit society more for children to gain the knowledge of the harmful effects of these products instead of just simply being cut off from these products altogether. However, before delving into the benefits of a counterplan to the proposition, I would first like to analyze the arguments made by the affirmative. First, the proposition makes the point that sugary drinks accounted for nearly 11% of their daily calorie intake in 2004. While the opposition does not argue with these statistics, the opposition would like to point out that in 2010, kids aged 2 to 19 consumed about 155 calories per day from sugary drinks, down 68 calories from the year of 2000. So, while in 2004 soda may have accounted for nearly 11% of daily calorie intake among children, which is an estimated 240 calories from soft drink consumption, the average consumption of sugary products have been, in fact, going down and not up. Next, the proposition refers to an article that points out a connection to the consumption of sugary products and aggressive tendency among children. While this may be a compelling argument, the proposition has failed to provide a direct link to the true data that the article posted is referring to. In order to sufficiently analyze the source being referred to, a direct link to the data is necessary in order to research the possible limitations of the project, in order to effectively review and potentially refute the evidence. For this reason, I feel that the argument that the consumption of sugary drinks leads to increased aggression among students should be dismissed by the judge. Also, the proposition makes the argument that there is a direct correlation between the availability of sugary drinks in schools and the amount of sugary products that children choose to consume. For this reason, the proposition believes that the banning of sugary products in schools will lead to a decrease in the consumption of these sugary products and, in turn, lead to a decrease in the obesity rates among children. While the opposition does agree that the decrease in sugary drink consumption will lead to a decrease in childhood obesity, it does not believe that the banning of sugary products in schools will lead to a decrease in the amount of sugary products consumed. In fact, according to the American Beverage Association, in 2006 to 2007, about 85% of 8th graders said they consumed sugary drinks at least once a week regardless of the state policy, and 26% to 33% of these same students reported drinking soda daily. So, according to this data, the banning of sugary drinks will not affect the overall consumption of these sugary products. The proposition makes the argument that the best way in combating childhood obesity is to both ban sugary drink products from schools and increase the physical education among children in an effort to gain a better understanding of the harmful effects of sugary drinks. The proposition then argues that the saved medical costs from the decrease in childhood obesity will help schools because the saved money from these decreases in annual medical costs could be used for school district budgets. First, the assumption that any money saved from a decrease in medical costs will go directly to budgets for education is a grand assumption to make. Next, I agree that the porn contracts can be harmful. It is difficult to explain the harmful effects of a product that is so readily available in schools. However, without the revenue from the sales of these soft drinks, and without the added budget from agreements with soft drink companies, there will simply not be a budget to increase the physical education among kids and teach them about the harmful effects of the products that they are consuming. It seems that the proposition wishes to both eradicate any type of potential revenue from the sale of soda, while at the same time increase the awareness of how harmful these products are in schools, which simply is not feasible. The most effective way to increase awareness of the harmful effects of sugary drinks is to tax the substance. Economists have determined that if the price of sugary drink goes up 10%, consumption will go down by about 10 to 12%. Along with decreasing consumption, the increase in tax revenue can directly help schools with educating children about proper dietary choices. Also, students should be given the option to learn about the implications of sugary drinks, along with being given the opportunity to implement their knowledge and face the temptation of consuming such drinks. instead of never being given the opportunity and eventually throw away the knowledge at a later date. In conclusion, the effect of attacks on sugary products will lead to economic and social advantages, as opposed to the banning of sugary drinks in primary and secondary schools, which may not yield significant positive outcomes.